Welcome to Fantastic Vision. China's domestic, Chiplet, technology has achieved a 5 nanometers breakthrough. Will core particle technology become a breakthrough in Moore's law? American chip giant AMD directly signed a 5-year contract. There are many development directions of the chip industry, and some manufacturers start with materials to bring better performance. Some companies have also launched higher-end semiconductor equipment to support the improvement of chip manufacturing processes. However, with the arrival of the limit of Moore's law, exploring new packaging processes has also become one of the paths. For example, some Chinese domestic manufacturers have made breakthroughs in the 5 nanometers process in chip technology and signed a 5-year cooperation agreement with the American chip giant AMD. So what is chiplet technology? Will chiplet technology become a breakthrough for Moore's law? A breakthrough in China's domestic chiplet technology. Anyone who has a certain understanding of chip manufacturing technology knows that among the hundreds of processes, the lithography process is the most difficult and expensive. Because a high-end EUV lithography machine costs $120 million, and other equipment that sells for millions or tens of millions is not at the same level. The function of the lithography machine is to expose different chip circuit patterns on the wafer. Since these patterns will be divided into dozens or hundreds of layers, this requires the lithography machine to have high precision. ASML is the only manufacturer that can create EUV lithography machines. This company has been reducing the wavelength of the lithography machine light source and improving the numerical aperture system for decades, so that the lithography machine can be used in smaller and smaller line widths. Accommodate more circuits. It can be said that if there is no lithography machine, it is very difficult to improve the performance of the chip. Only with the support of the lithography machine, with the process technology and high-end semiconductor materials, high-end chips can be made. However, the value of the lithography machine is limited to the lithography process, and it is not enough to complete the lithography steps to make a chip. Moreover, it is very difficult to obtain high-end lithography machines, which are not only expensive, but also have very limited production capacity, and resources are in the hands of major manufacturers. In order to ensure the improvement of chip performance, the industry is trying to take other technical paths, including chiplet technology. This technology belongs to the category of the packaging industry. Compared with the traditional packaging process, the chip is to connect two chips together to integrate a new processor chip. The concept of this integrated chip is the chip. Although the concept is easy to understand, it is difficult to apply it in practice and achieve corresponding technological breakthroughs. On the one hand, how should the integrated chips be connected to ensure improved performance? On the other hand, how to solve the problem of power consumption and whether there is a unified and perfect standard need to be explored. The good news is that the domestic chip technology has achieved a 5 nanometers breakthrough. A domestic company named Tongfu Microelectronics has completed the product certification of the 5 nanometers chip technology and supports customer introduction. It is expected to be mass-produced in the second half of the year. Tongfu Microelectronics is a domestic semiconductor giant, focusing on the packaging and testing industry, providing packaging and testing services for major customers around the world. After Tongfu Microelectronics made a breakthrough in advanced chip packaging technology, it obtained a 5-year contract with the American chip giant AMD. This chip technology does not require a lithography machine, because whether the chip is a conceptual theory or a practical verification, it only needs the support of advanced packaging technology, not a lithography machine. Will chiplet technology become a breakthrough for Moore's law? The chip process technology is constantly developing, from micron to nanometer, and has broken through to 5 nanometers, 4 nanometers in the nanometer category, and even TSMC and Samsung are launching the competition of 3 nanometers process. In the future, the two will obtain more advanced NA-EUV lithography machines, which will also be used for mass production of 2 nanometers. But at this point, every technological breakthrough becomes very difficult. Because Moore's law is facing the limit. Moore's law was proposed by Intel founder Gordon Moore. Its core idea is that the number of transistors that an integrated circuit can accommodate will double every 2 years or so. Another meaning is that the performance of the chip can continue to improve. If Moore's law reaches the limit, it means that the chip manufacturing process has come to an end. Although we can still go down now, what about 10 or 20 years from now? Can the chip industry continue to develop in accordance with Moore's law? I'm afraid there is no accurate answer, but what can be known is that the speed of improvement of the chip process is indeed getting slower and slower. If Moore's law comes to an end, will chiplets become a breakthrough to break the limit of Moore's law? In theory, it is actually possible, because the chip integrated with the chip overturns the concept of the traditional chip, and the chip integrates at least 2 chips. It can break the performance limit of a single chip. Moore's law has guided the chip manufacturing industry for decades, and every process breakthrough will be regarded as breaking Moore's law. Intel has always believed that Moore's law has not come to an end and can continue to move forward in the next 10 years. Maybe this is the case, but it should also be understood that the improvement of the chip manufacturing process will also lead to an increase in the cost of core manufacturing. At that time, consumers spend tens of thousands of yuan to buy a high-end chip, and they may face excess performance. Is it really worth it? Therefore, trying other technologies can not only tap more possibilities, but also reduce costs and truly benefit the public with chip products. In my opinion, chip technology is one of the directions for the development of advanced chips, but at present, the chip has not yet formed a complete industrial chain model, and the entrants are still shallow. It is a good thing that domestic manufacturers can break through to the 5 nanometers process, indicating that they have mastered the relevant core technologies and look forward to making greater breakthroughs. What do you think about this? Feel free to share in the comments below.